Now, with joy, I dey welcome everybody to Property Matter. You know why? Because this one are the last episode of the year. Say we begin am together. One fellow me say what? One fellow me say, you know, now you with the meet. Now we the day here for you. Say go talk penny. That one self is supposed to be Thanksgiving ceremony on his own. We thank God. We thank God. Say naturally, the engineer Debo, you know, see God they bring am safely. He dey come, he dey enlighten us. Our now one before am. We will dey pilot this all together. Ah, Baba, Okpelo here. Una self come dey there. Esteemed viewers from day one this year. Come enter the last episode of the year 2021. Some people go talk say kini mini. Ah, only mini. Only a lot of mini. Because no be by our power, no be by our strength. Baba, we thank you. I want to thank Engineer Debo too. Engineer Debo, thank you so very much too for being there with us from January, first week of January to the last week in the month of December.
Thank you so much, Chief.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
sir.
You know, it hits me just as you said it. That wow, we started. I can remember our first episode this year. You know, and when we were wishing people Happy New Year and all of that, and here we are. This is the very last episode. Some were alive that time, on that day, but they are not with us today. You know, so that we are alive alone. You know, is yes, Otokpo Jokpelo. So that is why in everything we should give thanks, because it is those that have breath that still have hope.
That's deep. That's very insightful. Now, person where they breathe, now you still get hope. But no, person where don't go, hope you don't finish
There
with
is
that.
no
So,
hope.
therefore, so we say thank you very much to everyone. Like we did talk 2 weeks ago, if I have it right, 2 weeks ago, or was it last week?
Yeah, 2 weeks
2
ago.
weeks ago, because I remember you were not in town last week. So 2 weeks ago, we've been talk say this week one take and do wetin that they call general rundown. Say one take and look at everything what we don't discuss from the beginning of 2021. We go touch and to give us what they call safe landing, so that we have a safe soft landing for the year 2021. So over to you, sir.
Yeah, actually, it was last week we started it. I was around last week, but we had mentioned it, I think 3 or so weeks ago. I wasn't around upper week. That's what you're trying to say. Yeah, so thank you very much. So we just want to run through what had happened in the property matter space, you know, over this 2021. If I remember, we started 2021. We were not sure how COVID was going to treat us.
Yes.
Or how we are going to treat COVID. Whether that time, I think it was like the second, they were saying the second wave or something that time. Now, we don't go through like, whether than the 5th wave we did now.
Now Omicron we did now.
I don't know the wave Omicron did. You know, Omicron wave that we did now. You know, so we've gone through a lot. But property matter too, property businesses, the real estate environment has also gone through a lot in the last 1 year. So what are those things that we discuss, especially topical issues that came up for discussion during this year? We've mentioned the issue of rent last week, you know, and I hope that you've addressed yourself to that. Well, I'm not sure there are updated information regarding that package that Lagos State is trying to do, but watch out for it. Like I said, if it is done the way it should be done or the way they've communicated to us, it's definitely going to be a good one.
And if you hear anything, we'll update them. Because
Yes, now. So then also, we talked about housing collapse.
Ben.
You know, we talked about housing collapse.
Recent.
Yes, which we had a major one not too long ago that really was very fatal, you know, and very unfortunate also, because we lost a lot of people, you know, in that episode. I'm not sure Lagos State can recover from that thing so easily, you know.
Yes.
And that also brought to the fore the need for all of us to be our brother's keepers, you know, to be our brother's keeper, to watch out and to do things responsibly, you know. So also to do things, to also make sure that you as an investor or somebody taking house and all of that, be mindful about your own well-being.
Yes.
Don't just be concerned about, let me quickly buy the property before another person buys it. Or let me quickly pay for the rent and move in before another person moves in. You
Let's
know,
build it.
or you that you are building. Let me just say alamole, dabo, you know. Let me just dabo and.
Is that the term you people use? Alamole.
No, I don't know. I think it's one of his street whatever lingua. So
Alamole.
let me just do something and get it over with and move on to the next project.
But
Things
those
like that.
way even there inside that building collapse, some of them they be workers there too.
Yes, no.
So in the space of wanting to do alamole, or let me move to the
you see the repercussion.
You might be trapped in
Yeah,
there.
you see the repercussion. I mean, I usually refer to, there's a video of a guy that survived the episode that I watched. He said, in fact, God saved that guy. Because he said when he joined them on that site and he saw certain things, he told himself he would leave the site. He mentioned the month, forgotten whether he won't stay long on this side because he wasn't comfortable with a few things. There were a lot of things that were good and right about the site, but there were just a few things that were very crucial that he found out were not too okay. He mentioned the issue of overloading the structure majorly. That was what he saw. Do you know that it was just God's grace that saved him? He was in the building and then he came out to come and pack some things to go and deliver to people on what particular floor there that are working. It was while he was down, just outside of the building on the ground, that he had the pillar at that just around him there crack. Just that he had the pillar crack like this, he just jumped in a split second. So imagine that the thing just delayed for another 3-4 minutes.
Or somebody even met him on the way out and said, "Gamove King."
Or somebody, he will be in that building taking those things to the people. He said nobody that he knows that was inside on that floor he was going to take something to that really survived it. So I want to encourage all of us to play a role in these things. If you see anything going wrong somewhere, try and take the next step. Don't just leave it to yourself, Try and take the next step. You may be saving, you don't know lives that you may be saving. If somebody had, I know that a number of things had happened on that site actually. They said the site was even locked. Was it earlier this year or last year before it was reopened again and things like that? But if you see something happening around you, please, I think you can escalate it. You may be saving a life.
Sir, I want us to, so before we go, because this is very recent, and I want us to talk about it a bit in the sense that we cannot talk about, it's still under property shade. It's still under property shade. The issue of conflagration these days, we fire, they take burn. I've experienced nothing less than 2-3 just in this December. I want us to actually talk about a bit on precautionary motive because if we talk about property, this building where they burn to are still property.
Yes, no.
Property will matter to us.
That's a whole topic. I won't want us to sandwich it into today because it's a major one. So I think let's take it probably as
the first
one
edition
of our first topics.
So that we'll look at preventive measures.
Yeah, regarding fire,
because
preventing domestic fire and things like that.
I've seen 2 just in recent time, just 2 weeks ago, 2 one popular one which for Ilasa, another one in Isolo, and we have a lot in the news. So maybe next week let us see.
Yes.
I want to that if you dare or the issue of fire.
There are a number of things that we can do to prevent it.
Because some people are not well exposed as to fire prevention. We think say fire na just fire services, their numbers and everything. Maybe we'll just go into it next week.
Yes. Next week, let's do that. Then also what happened in the year is that building material prices
skyrocketed.
I don't know another word to use. We pass skyrocket. Because it passed
gara.
No, in fact, Igara, is it Gara?
Ozazu.
In fact, Ze.
Ozazu.
Man, building materials just went haywire. Just like almost everything that we witnessed. Inflation really in the economy was bizarre, And that caused property prices to move up. So mostly now, prices of properties are like times 2 what they were mid last year. Middle of last year, if you compare prices of properties now, they are like times 2 because the cost of construction, inflation on building materials have gone on to almost 100% average.
Wow.
Average, meaning that there is hardly any material that has not doubled in price.
Even granite.
What are you saying? So there is hardly any, very few have not doubled in price. So they are almost 80, in the border of 80 to 100% average construction material.
No, say cement
price
king.
increase. No,
Cement no go area.
Cement reinforcement are the leaders in all of this. Cement is now 4,000 plus. You know, when we started the year, it was 2,000 something. So you can imagine. So, and reinforcement, wow. So another thing absolutely, 400 and something per ton. You know,
wow.
Something you were doing for 195, 200.
Okay, let's take Femi, sir.
Femi from Rivers State.
Hello, Femi.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please go on with your question or reaction.
Okay, sir. So I said, why building materials? Okay, sir. Why building materials are costing, and the people that they are work, they do not even add money or anything, and the materials cost. Because me now, I'm a messy man. I'm a builder. But if material cost, they will buy it. Even if they say cement 5,000, they will buy it. Our money is still the same. We even find ways to cheat us that we are building it.
You get this question.
I get you, Femi, but are you sure that Mason's money has still remained the same since the middle of last year? I'm not sure. Labor, Mason, labor don't go up. It may not be like double. Maybe what you are saying is like your money is not double.
The way building material,
the way material is double. Your money can't be double. Now it's not everything that is times 2. You know, so labor has gone up.
The side of labor now.
Labor has gone up. I'm not sure.
Saying.
Yeah, if you can call back to confirm that, maybe what he's talking about is the rates at which they are, and this is so he's saying that why are maybe builders, developers hesitant to pay them higher fee. You see, this is the challenge, the dilemma that developers are faced with. You see, the kind of material price increases that we've experienced cannot be absorbed by selling price increase. You cannot just say because materials have increased 100%, then what you used to sell for 200 million or 20 million, you are now selling it for 40 million. You know, things like that. It's not so easy like that. So a lot of times, the prices have not really reflected fully the material increases. So what is happening to developers is that, or builders is that, they are taking a hit on their profits to be able to still remain in business.
The market, yes. 2021 Property Matter Review, now we tag this one to take a look at, if possible, everything we don't discuss is the beginning of this. Engineer Debo don't take us through the issue of building collapse. You don't also enlighten us on top. The one we say we no fee shy away from that. The prices of building materials as the thing done ×2 for this year. So therefore, so we still talk about a lot of things this year, but I don't know, maybe Ingo go into the issue of shortlet. We'll also talk about opening the eyes of investors to the one with the trend now, what they call short-let. Because most people now, if they want to do birthday, gone are those days now, people, they go look for events. Most people now, not even, I won't even say young chaps, even the so-called big boys now, some of them prefer to just have it in a place where, in a serene environment, a confinement where now only them and their selected friends. So this sort of short-let now, it don't become trend.
Yes, because there are a number of demands for it. So parties are one. People want to have parties, and they want to have limited numbers, not like the one that will fill a typical event center, things like that. And they want to have variety of, things to be able to do. Some of them want to be able to watch some things together.
Watch football
Some
match.
want to be able to be by the pool side. Some wants to be able to
Use
dance.
the kitchen.
Some wants to be able to, cook themselves. Just do some. And so for a number of reasons, short letters.
Some want to do reality shows in it too.
No, that's what I'm saying. So for a number of reasons, short letters have really, come of age in terms of what people look for shooting movies, shooting skits. YouTubers look for venue to do stuff. Those are things that short letting is part of what they look for. And then typically it is a substitute for hotel. So if I don't want to stay in an hotel room, another place I would consider is take an apartment for whatever reason. That is my consideration. Especially some people don't like to stay, if they are going to stay in a place for like a month and things like that, they consider that hotel bill may be higher, so short letting may be a lot better for them economically, and also it gives them choice in terms of
privacy.
Choice, privacy, because they can decide to eat what they want to eat, not what is on the menu. Cook it the way they want to cook it and when they want to. They don't have to make sure that they wake up between 6 and 11 for breakfast or something like that. So a lot of reasons people have for and then there are business travelers. People who are traveling for business and who would stay in a place necessarily for long.
Yes.
And it is the same place they are going to stay that is going to be their office for that time that they are going to be there.
Majorly expatriates.
Mobile offices and things like that. So when they come into town, once they just take that place, that is also their office. So if they take a one-bedroom apartment, for example, so the sitting room, they can make it like their office, and then the bedroom is where they rest, and they do their operations for the 6 months, for the 1 year they are going to be in that country.
Smoothly.
And stuff like that. So a number of reasons. We have Abel.
Good morning, Abel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go on, Abel.
Okay. About these building materials.
Yes, sir.
Is there any way that the prices of building materials can be regulated, because the thing is really biting hard on Nigerians?
Okay, thank you very much. Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year to you. Okay, sir.
You see, price control is a difficult thing. You want to be controlling price, it's a difficult thing. We just have to do the necessary things that can make the prices come down.
There is no way.
He said, can it be regulated? Regulated in terms of, he wants government to say, don't sell cement for more than this. You don't dictate, you don't legislate on the economy.
Because of the...
Yes, rather what the government should be doing is, how can we get more cement produced? How can we get cement produced cheaper? Do you understand? Such that the price continues to fall. If the supply is increased, do you understand? There's no way prices won't fall.
That's simple law of economics.
How can we get more and more people churning out cement? Do you understand? How can we get it produced? If the challenge is with the production, how can we get it cheaper? For example, most of the reinforcement we use that are really of standard and quality are foreign.
They are imported.
They are imported. The local ones are not as reliable. You understand? And the reverse is the case for electricals. So it means that electrical wiring. So it means that it is possible we can achieve standardized production of things here. So until we start to look at those things,
when you say reverse is the case for electrical
wires,
our electrical wires are good?
Better, yes.
Wow.
Our local electrical wires are better than imported.
Yes. Good news for enforcement.
Yes. Wow. Yes. So the same can happen for reinforcement. I don't see why.
You see, we have the requirement to do.
Of course, is it not foundry? It's meeting of iron now. There is nothing there beyond keeping a particular standard and pressing it and making sure it cools it at a particular temperature and all of that.
Okay, let's take Dan, sir.
Thermal control.
Dan, good morning.
Dan from Kogi.
Hello? Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay, engineer is here.
Talk to us.
All right. The issue is this.
Yeah.
As pertain to the price of a thing, nothing that government can contribute on it.
Are you asking or that's your own opinion?
I am asking, and that is my opinion.
Government can do a lot about
Kogi
it.
State again, we are having a lot of problem in Kogi State again that is affecting our transport. I
Okay.
don't know what the government is going to do about it.
Okay, thank you
Or
very
the federal
much.
government.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So
He has
there's
asked
a lot
question.
government can do about it. That's providing the enabling environment, not controlling prices. Is what I'm trying to say. They can
You feel
provide
controlling
enabling.
prices is not the way forward.
It's not. You can't control prices. You just create black markets.
That's it.
You can't control prices like that. Doesn't happen that
Because
way.
our system is determined by the forces of demand and supply.
Yes, markets all over the world is demand and supply. So what they can do is to continue to look for ways to create enabling environments. Let us start encouraging local manufacture and use of locally manufactured building materials.
Good.
Because sometimes also, I believe that, especially at the lower and the middle end of the market, our taste is too high. It's higher than what we can afford. You understand? We want something we can't afford. You know, if we cannot make, tiles that we cannot make in this country, and you have to import it. If you want to keep building costs down, it can't be used for low-income houses or middle-income houses. By the time you start to insist on those type of tiles being used in your type of house, then the price you have to be ready to pay.
To pay, sure.
You know, so these are things that we need to look out for, you know, as a country. and as a
Okay.
people.
Thank you very much. It's been a smooth sail 2021 with you. We'll say a very big thank you.
We thank
God will
God.
spare our lives and we'll see 2022. Enjoy.